everybody. This is Nine, your host from the B-side. Thanks so much for joining us today. I've got my little co-host Luna with me. Say hi, Luna.
Hi.
We're going to be going to Rebellion Fest in England this year, and we're going to give you a special preview right now with one of the directors of the festival. Please go to our Indiegogo or GoFundMe pages, links on the bottom of our description here, and help us bring the shows to you. It's contributors like you that bring it to us. Rebellion Fest is really cool because it's really a family affair, and kids under 12 get in free with a paid adult ticket, and it makes it so that it's affordable for people from all walks of life to bring their families and get them involved in the great music. Please check this interview out. I know you're going to like it. Say bye, Luna.
Bye.
Bye. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And so the history of how your festival came to be is really fascinating. And you went through a couple of different versions of it before you came to what it is now. And tell us a little bit about how that evolved.
Well, when it started in 1996, it was never meant to be kind of a retrospective, kind of nostalgic thing, but the times were kind of different, and we'd sort of struck on the name Holidays in the Sun because it sounded fun, and it was going to be a seaside thing, and so we kind of went with that.
Just be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else. Don't worry about being a star. Just be yourself and be proud of who you are. Just be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else.
And after a few years, we kind of thought that it was holding us back from getting some of the newer bands, that it sounded a bit retrospective, even though that was never the idea. And even from the first festival, we were putting on kind of new bands and small bands and everything else, but we felt that the name had kind of given us a bit of a retrospective feel. So we then changed it to Wasted, which I don't think really painted a great picture either. And actually, Wasted only lasted 3 years, and we didn't like the name, and it wasn't helping us get any newer bands either. And the whole thing was a bit kind of lackluster at the time, and we were both very sort of jaded with it, and we had the final Wasted. That was going to be the end of it. But we had a fantastic festival in 2006, and loads of people had said to us, don't give up. This is, it's got something. It's really, quite a unique festival. It's got a lovely vibe because it has a really beautiful kind of family atmosphere, and so people encouraged us not to give up, and then we came up with the name Rebellion. And I had started to do more kind of art stuff. I'd gone back to college, so I was like, right, I'm going to start this art exhibition, and I'm going to do more different things within the festival. And it grew from there, and the ideas grew, the kind of the fringe part of the festival grew, and I think that it's got a real kind of family atmosphere. It's got, it's a really friendly festival. I think because of the problems that the punk scene has had over the years, the kind of punks and skinheads and different factions of the punk community. And it doesn't matter at Rebellion. Everybody gets together. Nobody cares. It's just like a big family.
It seems to be sort of an evolving theme throughout the punk community. From my perspective, we were just at the Punk Rock Bowling Festival in Las Vegas
Brilliant.
last week, and it was remarkably inclusive and positive, and it was almost as if I don't know if it's because a lot of us punks came from sort of broken homes and broken relationships between our parents and kids, but it seems like we as a generation have tried really hard to be good parents and to have not just friendships, but friendships that are important and vital in our lives, and
Absolutely.
the kinds of people like I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends that I have, I can go for years without seeing them, and the second we're together, it's like we were never apart.
Yeah, and you pick up the conversations that you left off a year ago.
Right, exactly.
And that's what real friendship is. That's what true friendship is. You don't have to live in each other's pockets. You don't have to be, popping in for a cup of tea every 5 minutes. You can, not see each other for months and months, and then just pick up that vibe and that friendship exactly where you left it. And that's called, that's your tribe. That's when you know that you're with the right people. Right.
So tell me, I've seen a lot of reviews of the festival, and a lot of people do say this is like a family. We come back every year. It's good to see people. And so tell me about how you started running this. Is it really just a small group of people that?
Well, for years it was just myself and Darren. Literally right up until, probably the mid 2000s. It was literally just the two of us doing everything, with people obviously helping on the weekends, but the whole year we would just spend trying to do everything. And obviously as it's got bigger and bigger, that's become impossible. So now we have the most amazing kind of team around us that and everybody does their individual bit and makes it all come together. I still don't know quite how it comes together, but it does.
This lineup that you have this year is incredible.
It is, yeah.
I was telling a few people at Punk Rock Bowling that I was going to Rebellion as well, and just like the bands that I was interviewing and talking to that weren't going were so jealous and so excited and saying how brilliant the lineup was this year. Tell us a little bit about maybe who you're excited to see, maybe from the old school, and some of the new people coming up too that hopefully we're going to be discovering and finding out about, that you're excited about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited to see The Damned, and I saw the Skids when they first played for us a few years ago, so I'm really excited about seeing the Skids again. Obviously the Stranglers will be amazing. So the kind of 77 bands I'm really excited about seeing. Always like to see the Descendants, and I'm really looking forward to Thea as well. But the new band stage, the Rebellion Introducing stage, is kind of, I like to hang out in there a lot because you get to see so many new up and coming bands that they're absolutely incredible. And last year I just hung out in there so much, and saw Diablo Furs, who were brilliant, and Spider, who are American, were awesome. So it's I like to watch the kind of the new bands, the up and coming ones. I know that that Johnny that books it has booked some incredible bands this year, and I'm looking forward to checking loads of them out.
Tell me about your entrance philosophy. I thought it was really remarkable that you let children in, up to 3 of them with their parent that has a paid weekend ticket. which is at a pretty reasonable price as well. Tell us about that. Why you decided to do that, and why it's important to Rebellion to have that.
I think it's really, really important that the next generation are welcomed, but also from a financial aspect. A lot of the people that come to Rebellion don't have a lot of money, and if you've got to then start buying 3 children's tickets, even if they were half price, it would put it out of a lot of people's availability to go. And so realistically, the venue's huge. We have no problems with capacity, so it's like, well, actually, if they're under 12, bring them, because hopefully when they reach 15, 16, they're going to be coming and bringing all their friends with them and joining the family, and a lot of them do. I've seen kids that that I met when they were like 7, 8 years old, who are now 20 and bringing their friends, telling their friends about it. So it's just about making it available to as many people as possible, and also of kind of keeping the family thing going.
It's a neat thing because even though it's in such a huge venue, which I'm really excited to see, because I'm from Arizona.
You'll love it. It's so beautiful.
I'm from Arizona, and so it's summertime here. It's 115 degrees, 120 degrees sometimes, and you're just dying. And so we have most of our stuff is outdoors because a lot of the year is nice. But during the summertime, we just suffer. So I'm excited to see this huge venue. I guess I can't conceptualize how such a big festival could be in an indoor place and have it.
It's a unique venue, and I don't think that it wouldn't work anywhere else, because it's this really beautiful old Victorian venue. And so you've got the 3 big venues, which all hold kind of 2,500, 3,000. One of them's the old Opera House, and the first Opera House was actually built in the early 1800s. It burned down a couple of times and has been rebuilt. So the current one is late 1800s and is really beautiful. Then you've got the Empress Ballroom, which is the biggest venue, which has got mermaid tiles on the walls, and the most beautiful chandeliers. And then the Olympia, which we call the Casbah, used to be the gardens. So that was the actual winter gardens. Was all laid out as Italian gardens, and now they put a glass roof over it. Probably in the 50s, 60s, they put this huge glass roof over the top and made it an enclosed, a covered space. So you've got these 3 big spaces, and then you've got lots of small spaces. So you've got the arena, which holds 1,200, the pavilion, which holds 800. So you've got everything ranging from where I do the acoustic stage, which is a bar for 300 people, right up into 3,000, and it's all under one roof. It's amazing. You will love it.
I'm so excited to see it. So tell us what the surrounding area is like, what the town Blackpool's like, other than having one of my favorite soccer teams, football teams.
Blackpool's a really quite a unique place. It's obviously had a lot of regeneration in recent years from kind of European money, and they've really tried to bring it into the 21st century. But it's still a Victorian seaside town, so it's still got a pier with amusement arcades on the pier. It's still got sticker rock shops and very kitsch kind of old-fashioned things, and then it's got modern shops and restaurants and lots of very 21st century stuff. But it all blends together quite wonderfully. But the coast itself, the actual coastline, is beautiful. It is a really, really beautiful coastline.
Well, we're super excited to be there. Is there anything else that you think we should know about? Something else you want to talk about?
And I would just say to people, you know what? If you've never experienced it, then give it a try, because I think that you'll be really surprised.
It's like a circus come to town. I see the wagon swaying down the street. Splinter children in the scattered dark.